What's up, world? This is Omar Jose, for real. Coming back at you on the Sabbath. So to say happy Sabbath, Israel. Happy Sabbath, Ishmael. Uh, happy Sabbath to all of our friends and those who acknowledge the Most High. Happy Sabbath. And to those who are the enemy of the Most High, uh, happy Sabbath, because you'll be judged by your own hate. You'll be judged by your own desires. Um, which brings me to this video. Wow, just some fiendish things be happening when uh when you, when you know stuff, when you know things, medication that can get high. When you know things and people think that you should know, and so they get upset with you. Unlike older people, like a mother or a father or a grandmother or grandfather or a great grandmother and father, and this goes up. Or a professor of a college who's been a professor for 20 years. You know, these people who say they've been this for 20 years or they've been this for this that long. It's like they have a mind as if they arrived, and because this is what they know, there's nothing higher than what they know. And that's their biggest downfall. Male or female, this or that, no matter what nationality you are. The burden is on the ones that lack that reality. I could never arrive because technology is evolving, the mind is evolving, situations are evolving, the world is evolving, insects, fish, birds, everything is evolving except uh, black people, African Americans, white trash, and white people. And I only say that because of colors, and they take a persona of a white person, or they took up a persona of a black person. They took up a persona of white trash. They took up a persona of African American. They picked it up, meaning they took on a persona. They took down their natural self and picked up a black mask and said, hey, I'm black. Uh, they took down their natural self and picked up a white mask. Hey, white power. Hey, black power. And so they'll fight. These two actors will fight like the soap opera on TV. You know, they always fighting about the glamour and who's having sex with who. And see, if you remember soap operas when you was a kid, if you're 30 and after 49, 30 to 50, you used to watch soap operas after school before your favorite cartoon came on, and they groomed you to want to argue over materialistic things and sex and all that stuff, like Days of My Life, uh, Bold and the Beautiful, you know. And our grandmamas and our mothers watched this stuff. They didn't go outside, and most of them, especially the ones that was on welfare, collecting that cheese and stuff. They collect that cheese, get the welfare check, have all the kids sit there and watch all the kids watch the stories. And it sounded like a good plan. If I was one implementing this thing called capitalist and diminished media or Maximus. If I was implementing that would be a beautiful plan. because all the kids were at home, and the moms and the groups, and they was all at home watching How to Be Selfish. Because the men started watching Days of Our Lives too. And I ain't going front. I watched a couple episodes, and even I felt myself being sucked into watching that when I came in from school or whatever I was doing. I said, screw that crap. And I have a grandma that watched that thing faithfully to this day. She almost mad. But you know, another thing came to my mind too was like, I know I shared this with other people, and I know I shared this in the video. But here's the essence of this thing here. No, when I was in California, it was my paradise, and I took care of my own self, and other nationalities helped me. No, I'm not saying so much as helped me, but they supported in what I was doing. I was able to employ some the homeless, and was able to feed some homeless. Was able to bring communities together. Uh, was able to help stop riots between so-called blacks and so-called Nortes, and you know what I mean. And they didn't even know me, you know. They didn't even know me, and they supported what we was doing in the name of the Most High, you know. Uh, and I come to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and these people know me, and that's the problem. The fact that they know the old me, and they have no desire to get to know the renewed me. My mom, you know, people that I really grew up with. At that time, we asked for support for this nationality awareness thing. They want to give us rocks and not food. They want to give us lectures in that paper. And they want to show us pictures in their phones instead of helping us put it on a printer to get the information out. You know, everybody don't want to watch TV, the computer, the phone. Some people like, some people out here still read. But brings me to this point that my mom told me one day, right? Excuse my tongue, father. I didn't mean to mention it. It ain't nothing dishonorable, but you make the call. So you make the call. My folks have a whole bunch of shoes. I mean, really a whole bunch. No, I'm not even going there. I'm not going. That's her situation. That's her business. Forgive me. Have mercy. Thank you. I remember that person. Uh, so some things happen, and nothing to do with me. And I told my loved one, I said, when you go back to your place, I'm gonna miss you because I had fun. I had fun when my boat was here one time. And I told her, I said, I'm gonna miss you, man. I had a little tear come down my eye. I never had this heart for my family member before. And so next thing I know, it got flipped to something else. It had nothing to do with me or nothing that I said or nothing like that. And it later on became, I'm jealous. And I'm thinking, wow, you called me when my Uncle Leroy got murdered, found butt naked, dead. You called me when my one baby brother got shot 4 times in the face. I said, I'm like, alright. And then my blood baby brother, my only one, he called me and told me that he died from something in his brain or something like that. And that the Air Force or whatever company he worked for, knew about it. They called me. Now, mind you, these 3 people that died when she called me, for real, we cool, but we ain't tight. There's a difference between cool, peace, and being tight. You know what I mean? And we was far from being cool and tight. And the reason is not important, but the fact that we was cool. High five. That's it. So I didn't have no real relationship with these cats. I didn't have a real relationship with her. That's why I left went across the country. But I actually went down, then I went up and around, and then boom, straight across the country. You know? She had the nerve, or this spirit, it ain't her being used. So sometimes people be used by spirits, and you have to address the spirit and not the person. This spirit that's using her, and what I seen come out her face was, and it happens every time she comes here. And it's like, she says, I'm jealous of her. I'm jealous of a dead man, and I'm jealous of his 11-year-old son. Help me out with this, folks. If I don't have their phone number, I don't even know where they live at. I don't know nothing about them. They called me and asked me to leave my paradise to come here. And so the people didn't mess with me while I was here before I left, they don't really mess with me now, but act like they do. I really don't care. But where they get jealousy out of that? If folks see my old videos, it's called Smooth Relations, and there was another company, Third Image, when I was selling cars and computer parts and stuff like that. It was called Smooth Relations, my first one. Why would I be jealous of folks who live in a poor city, such as Pittsburgh, and I live in the richest city in the country called Silicon Valley? But I'm surrounded by this type of thinking every day, all day. And I'm thinking, I could never call nothing jealousy if I myself wasn't sleeping with the enemy. Who says anybody's jealous except for a jealous motherfucker himself? That's just something I'm just sharing. It has nothing to do with that. And then they say, honor thy mother and thy father. And that's it to him. I said, well, how can you honor something that has no honor? It don't